For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Welcome to another edition of the Focus program during the month of December. Glad you're along. This is going to be a very interesting show. We've got some representatives from the Riverbank Productions are going to be here and talk to us about what's going on with the new theater and what the new season's going to be about. Then Dan McCartney and Rick Schweihofer will be along to talk about some golf carts that they've got available for sale from Pine Shores Golf Course. And finally, Mike Demigowski will be along. So that's it. But let's begin with Brittney, because you're going to talk, and Kathy Vertin, nice to see you. Welcome back to the Focus Show. Ladies, I'm so glad to have you both here because the building is coming along. The excitement is building. I know you guys are excited, but I know the public is too.
We are. It's so real now.
Yeah.
We have walls.
There's a roof. And you can be inside, and it's not raining on you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful.
That was the goal. Get it closed in for the winter, and now the fun part starts.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, we'll get it prettier on the outside too. It's just get it closed up.
Yeah. I think I've told you before, but I'll repeat it here. I was fortunate enough to be on the PAC committee when they built the PAC 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. And it was probably the best committee I was ever on because decide, well, the walls are going to be this way because of sound. Oh, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. You're going to have the stage floor different because the theater guys want to pound stuff in, and the choir guys don't want that. I mean, it was just a wonderful experience. So I'm enjoying watching you build the new one. Yeah. So I've talked now too much. So you guys take over. What's happening? Who wants to start?
Well, I'll take the building. Yeah, where you can see the progress, and inside it's starting to really take shape and come together. We've already had people. It's really funny. I had a couple of people say, I was in there. The workers and their wives would stop by, and they've stood on the stage, and I sang on your stage. So I'm like, oh, that's really fun. So we're making a lot of progress on the fundraising too.
Oh, good.
We're pretty close to there. I told
you had a wonderful opportunity from a wonderful family.
Yes, we did.
Frank and Nancy Moore.
Yes,
they did with a matching grant for
They did $1 million challenge grant initially, which we matched, and then we'd raised, it was going to take 3.2 was the plan.
Right.
We got within $500,000 of our goal, and everybody can tell inflation, everything became more expensive. So then Franklin and Nancy's son, Spike, sits on our board, and he approached his siblings, and they said, let's bridge that gap.
Wonderful.
So they brought $500,000 to the party, but he said in October, we will give you that $500,000 to make up for inflation, but you got to raise that last half by the end of the year so you can get that open on time. So
it's a wonderful way to do it.
It is.
Because when I started CTV Channel 6 20 years ago, Fred Moore, I'd say, Fred, I need a new camera, and it's going to be $6,000. And he'd say, fine, Paul, you raise $3,000, I'll give you $3,000.
Yep.
And it worked.
It's good. It is, and it was incredibly generous.
Yes.
I mean, to do that, we've got about 300 of that match raised.
Wonderful.
So it's going really well, and that's 170 individual contributions, and some businesses have stepped up in a big way. Beaver Lumber jumped in right away. They were in Precision Landscape in Casco. He jumped in. We've got Cargill has gotten on board. What other ones are out?
Blue Water
CVB.
Blue Water CVB just gave us yes.
It's community.
Yeah. And Discover the Blue Water CVB. I mean, they put $125,000 in for that match. So it's really, we're really grateful. The banks, we've got Huntington and we've got North Star Bank, and it's just really encouraging to see how excited everyone is.
Well, I think that for the public, as they drive by, they can now see, and we were talking about before we went on the air, the walls are starting to go up, the roof's on, it's going to be enclosed, so you'll start really seeing some inside development too.
And our patrons, you hear me do my little spiel, you were there for the show, and I give the status of this, and every show we start seeing checks coming in, all sizes, and they add up. It's made a difference. We're at 300,000. I keep breaking it down and saying, so if we can just get, 20 more businesses or individuals to do 5,000, and we can do it over years.
Yeah.
So they could do, you know, $2,500 this
okay.
year and $2,500 next
Yeah.
year, it still counts.
Okay.
Or $1,000 every year for 5 years.
Okay.
And that pledge counts.
Let's show the pictures. If control room will throw up the pictures of the construction so far. Let's talk about these. Okay, what are we looking at now?
Well,
That's up in the
that's up in the mezzanine, the very high mezzanine.
high
and it's
mezzanine,
looking,
and
yeah.
the hole there in the middle is going to be the band shell, or where the
Yes.
band's going to be. And then behind that is the stage.
Think about the only reason you'd ever be this high up in the theater is this is where people go to set the highlights.
Oh, okay.
And the catwalk, you know, that goes
Okay.
across the front of the stage to do the face
And
lights.
off to the right there, is that just the officer stage?
It's a
perhaps?
dressing room. Dressing
Okay.
room.
And then next slide. Okay. Oh, okay. So now I'm in the last row of the theater.
Yep.
Looking
Looking down
towards the
the
stage.
stage. Yep.
Wonderful. 300 and
Well, we were at 350, but with the seating chart layout, we're at 371.
oh, you went up.
So,
You went up.
and we have already purchased the seats,
Yeah.
so they'll be here on time. It's not going to be a bring your own chair.
And if it is, you'll still open. Okay, so we're looking forward now. On the next shot, this is looking the other way from the side of this, the right side of the stage and pit, up the up to the seats.
Yes, like if you were ready to
Beautiful.
make your entrance on stage.
And now, and the high part in the back of it, where the stage is that where the flats are going to be?
There is a fly system. Yep.
And you'll have a bunch of those so they can drop them in and drop them out. That'll be unique because the Riverbank, you don't have that.
No, we
Right.
don't. We're going to have a lot more stage room here than we have at Riverbank.
More wings.
The one thing I like at the Riverbank is the circular
Turntable.
Turntable.
turntable. You going to do that too?
If we can, you know, in time, we've already got feelers out on, because, you know, that came from our former life industry. We went to
Yeah.
an aerospace company and they were getting rid of a turntable they used in a
Oh, was that where it
robotic
came from? I
cell.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so Tom's already out there asking,
Yeah.
got any of those turntables you're scrapping again? You know, we'll take it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, you brought along a young woman by the name of Brittney.
I did. She's our
Smith,
artistic director.
She doesn't talk much, so we're going to let her talk
Oh,
now.
okay. Well, I'm here to tell you.
Artistic director,
Yeah.
and there was a second part of that title,
Production manager.
production manager.
Yep.
It was so big, we had to do two graphics.
It's because we make everybody wear like 6 hats, you know. It's like-
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Well,
You got
I'm
the floor.
here to tell you all about our 2023 season. So we just released it, and it starts with Big the Musical. That's a musical version of the Tom Hanks movie back in the 80s. Yeah, so that's a lot of fun. That'll be at Riverbank. And then we have Steel Magnolias, you know, touching, heartbreaking,
Wow.
and
Here
funny.
they are. Here
they are,
okay.
yeah. And then Give 'em Hell Harry was a show that we were supposed to do in 2020. That's back.
That's a single person one.
Yes, and it's all about Harry Truman. The Great American Trailer Park Musical is one that we're bringing back. We did it several years ago now, and it was a big hit at the Snug, and now we're bringing that one back. It's
I
very
happened
funny.
before we started this just to be on Facebook when I was having lunch, and there was a comment there that said, "Oh, I'm so happy that the trailer park's coming
Is back.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so if
I've
you
heard a
missed
lot
it
of
the
people say
first
that.
time, that's a funny one. It is more adult. And then Hello Dolly is slated to be our first one at the Boardwalk. And that's kind of a fun story because that was our very first musical back
was
at
it?
the Snug 10 years ago.
And you did that at the Snug.
Yeah.
We did.
Wow.
Yes, so we had, you know, micro scale, and now we get to do it a little bit bigger. So that'll be fun.
Keep rolling the slide there. I want to keep
The
coming
Odd
down.
Couple,
Oh,
Neil
and you're bringing
Simon.
back the Schooner.
We're bringing back Christmas Schooner. That was another one that really resonated with our
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
It's perfect for our location right by the water, but it's
Yeah.
about a family who ships Christmas trees
Yeah.
from the UP down to Chicago. Beautiful music for that one.
And then Elf.
And then Elf, so something for the whole family.
Completely
big spectacle.
opposite of
yeah.
Schooner.
Yeah, beautiful music and big spectacle. So you got both for Christmas.
This is a slide I love.
Yes, we do too.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my.
40 performances. We just kept
Sold
adding.
out.
I felt so sorry for the cast because it was like,
Can you do one more? Yes. Yeah. But that was a great way to end the year.
Okay.
Sold out crowds.
So if I want to get season tickets, if
Yes.
I want to get tickets for individual, how do I do it?
Yeah, so riverbanktheater.com. What you just saw there, you click on the show you want,
There it is.
purchase your seats, and then those are the gift packages there. You can do an individual certificate for any amount, a season pass, which is all 8 shows, or a snowbird pass, which is 6 shows, May through, or
December.
June through
Yeah.
December. So if you're gone for the,
Snowbirds.
right, if you're gone for the winter. Yeah.
Okay. Have we missed anything?
No, I think you've covered it. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm excited for you and what's happening for the community. I just think it's so marvelous. It's just wonderful. So
I will throw in anyone who does want to donate or is looking at their end of year giving. It is a nonprofit organization.
right.
It's tax deductible. The Community Foundation has been really instrumental in helping us with this, and they are managing the funds for the capital fund. So if you go to riverbanktheater.com, there's a donate now link that goes right into Community Foundation, and you
okay.
can make the donation directly to that.
Good.
So-
Good. Well, I'm certainly glad we got you out of your shyness and you were able to talk today.
I know I talk a lot.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Brittany, have a nice holiday.
Thank you.
Kathy, have a nice holiday.
You too, Paul.
We'll be back with our next guest, a couple characters from the Pine Shores Golf Course, right after this. Well, it's a funny time of year to talk about golf, but that's what's up next. We've got 2 gentlemen, and I use that word very, very loosely with Mr. Dan McCartney. Oh, now he's broken my equipment. Mr. Dan McCartney, who just dropped my microphone, and that may be a blessing in disguise. And Mr. Rick Schweihofer is a lot straighter than this Mr. McCartney.
Mr. Paul, how are you?
Nice to
How you
see
doing,
brother.
man?
Gentlemen, you are here to talk about golf.
Golf carts.
Why would we talk about golf in December and January?
It's really about golf carts.
Oh, golf carts.
Golf carts.
Yes, sir.
We have purchased 22 new golf carts.
Wow.
So it's a 2-step thing today. We want to sell advertising on the golf carts,
Okay.
the new ones when they get here. But we need to sell our 20 old ones.
Wow.
And that's why we wanted to get on your show and talk about that.
Well, like any used wonderful vehicle, what kind of shape are they in?
They're in very good shape. They're sitting at the golf course inside.
Okay.
If somebody wanted to take a look at them, they're welcome to do that. They'd have to call. Obviously, the wintertime, the course is closed. We can leave some phone numbers. They can just
Have
call,
them call
them.
City Hall. and we'll-
City Hall or call the golf course
Yeah.
and talk to Bob or Randy. Leave a message for them, and they'll set up a time you can come and look at them.
How big are the golf carts? How old are the golf carts?
I'm not quite sure how old they are.
Around 20 years old, I think.
Well, they're like
18 to
a
20 years
car.
old.
They got 100,000 miles on
Well,
it.
and they're gas, and they've been appraised, is my understanding, and they valued each at about $3,500.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're, like I said, they're gas carts, and we're going to ask $3,000 a piece for them.
Okay.
And
So if I was going to go out and buy myself a brand new one, what's my price
oh
comparable?
gosh, what are these? brand
Round
new
figure.
ones?
I think the new ones we're getting are like $7,000.
Yeah,
$7,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
about
so this is a
7,000.
deal.
Yes.
Yep.
And the new ones are also gas carts. They're new gas carts. We went gas for a
Numbers
lot of
are reasons.
Yeah, numbers are reasons.
Where can I use my golf cart? Can I only use it in my yard, or can I?
Well, Rick might. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you'd probably have to get them retrofitted to make them road ready. You know, you'd have to take them somewhere and kind of get them souped up a little bit if you wanted to use them outside of your yard. But yeah, I mean, some people could take
I
them
see.
wherever they
I
want.
see them along Yankee once in a while, along Pug Road once in a while.
Mhm.
But those probably are residents that are just going around. But they're not. They're not on Fredmore Highway or any of those.
Correct, yeah. You could check with the police department. They've got all the specs on what you need to have, you know,
Okay.
to bring them up to snuff to put them on the
Okay.
road, for sure.
So $3,000.
And what
Round figure.
Yes, and we're trying to sell them to the residents before we go out there and try to sell them in bulk, if you will.
Right.
And our program is you put a $100 deposit down.
Okay.
The new carts aren't going to arrive till about July.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so your deposit holds a cart for you.
Yeah.
And then when the time comes, and remember we have 20 of them, so ideally there will be 20 people standing there.
Yeah.
Your name will get called, you reach into a bucket and draw the number, each cart is numbered,
Okay.
and that'll be your cart.
Oh, okay.
There won't be, I want this cart or I want
Yeah.
that one, your number.
This
you'll
card
draw the
always made me a hole-in-one.
yeah, well,
So,
if that's the case, maybe we can make an exception, but I doubt that is. But anyhow, that's the deal. So a $100 deposit will hold that cart for you. It's first come, first serve. So the first 20, that's it. And then when the new carts come, then that's when you'll be able to come and get your cart and pay the balance.
okay.
Okay. So that's what we're doing on the old ones.
All right. What are you doing with the new ones?
Well, the new ones, and I don't know if you can bring
Yeah,
this
we got
up.
the picture. If
Okay.
the control room will throw up that golf cart. Hey, look at that.
That's a mock-up. And once the new ones come, we're selling advertising. There's going to be 22 new carts. And Thorpe did this mock-up for us. We have the front and back on this sheet.
Yeah.
And the cart will be advertised with your company stuff on it. Yes.
If you can get a tight shot of that, we can get the front one then. There you go. Come on in a little
Yeah.
closer.
My son was nice enough to let him mock up one of his carts.
Can you zoom in some more? There you go. Come in all the way. All right, there you go. There you go. There. So that's what you got, the front and the back now.
All the way around it'll be,
Yeah,
yes.
wrapped all the way.
Wrapped,
It's nice.
Yep,
Yeah.
wrapped is what
Yep.
I guess they call
So,
it.
and are the advertising going to change every year, or is
No.
it a 1 year or 5 year or
This is
100-year
a
contract?
5-year plan.
Oh, it is a 5-year.
It's a 5-year plan. It's $3,200 total
Wow.
for the 5 years. We're going to want a $1,000 deposit, and then you can make yearly payments of $550 for the remaining 4 years.
What happens if I change my phone number? I change my address?
Well,
Is that-
then we would have to have that redone.
Okay.
Yeah, but that would be at your cost.
Okay. All right.
But we would set you up with Thorpe. You come with the design you want on it. They'll do all the design work, and then they'll wrap a cart for you.
Oh, that's not bad.
So no, we thought it was a pretty good deal. It's like I said, a 5-year plan, $1,000 deposit, $550 for 4 years. You know, a year.
Yeah.
You can
Or
pay for it all at once if you want.
You can
Yeah.
pay for it all at once.
That's what Dan's going to do.
Yes. Well, Dan, yes.
Or Matt.
And so far, just word of mouth, we've sold a few of this already. And remember, we're at 22, so if you want to get on there, and we hope you do, let's
Well, there's a
get it
fine, the first one you've got here is with representing a very fine institution
done. Oh, thank you.
in the community. St. Clair something or other in
St.
irrigation.
Clair Landscape and Irrigation.
Oh, I've heard of
I
them.
know the
Heard of
company
them.
well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So again, if you want to buy a cart or you want to advertise on one of our new ones, call the golf course. I'm going to throw
Yep,
this number
please
out
do.
there. It's 810-329-4294.
4294. That's really easy.
And leave a message for
Yeah.
Randy or Bob, and they can hook you up.
Was it difficult to be able to have to come with him today?
It
And
was absolutely fantastic. It's
Fly
one of
over
the best
to
things I've ever
McCartney's?
done. really.
Yes, yes. There you go.
Yeah, we got to figure it out. It's a good group down there at the golf course. We
Yeah.
got it going right now. Real good committee, and we want to keep things rolling down there at Pine Shores.
Yep.
The little
golf course
gym-
is improved every year. How was this last season for you?
Pretty darn good.
Yeah, they had a good year. You know, we did some work on the golf course through the summer. We put in a drain system, so we don't have that when the water rises again.
Yeah,
the rivers
yeah.
rise, we can get rid of that, and we don't have the flooding. And Bob's working a lot on that. And so we don't have to shut down holes when we get the high water.
Oh,
again.
that's wonderful.
Yes, it should work well. The new carts, we're trying to make improvements all the time. It's a great little 9-hole golf course.
How old is the course,
Oh,
the
geez.
club?
Well,
Because I'm old enough to
I'm not
remember the
sure.
original, the first building on.
oh gosh, yes, when it was right there
Yeah.
where number, what is
You're
that?
not. You're
What'd you
too-
say? I
you're
remember
too
the old.
young.
I remember
Oh,
the
you're
old
too young.
clubhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
just barely. 20s, you
gosh.
think?
Oh,
don't
I
know.
would think it's been since the 20s.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I
But
honestly
yes,
don't know.
I don't know that though.
Well, it's great activity for the community, and it's certainly well maintained, and this is a great project. So
Thank you very
Thanks,
much. Yeah,
Paul.
we're really excited about it, the getting the new carts, and we're very hopeful that this advertising takes off. It's going to be unique, to have that out there
Yeah.
on the course. So we're excited about it.
how is your game?
My game is where it's been for a long time. It's right down here. But it's
So you're
all
not
right.
going on the tour next year.
I'm not going on the tour. No, sir.
Okay.
No.
Me neither.
No.
Not even close.
No.
All right, gentlemen, did we miss
Thanks,
anything?
Paul.
Yes.
I don't
Appreciate
think so. Yeah, we appreciate you giving us the opportunity. And again, get a hold of Bob or Randy at the golf course or City Hall.
810-329-4294.
Yep, they have it now. Rick and I are going to pass the baton on to them, and they can take it from here.
Okay.
All righty?
Good
Thank
seeing
you, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Be good. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah,
Yeah.
whatever it needs, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Are you?
We'll be right back with Mr. World Famous Mike Demigowski in just a second. We mentioned a guy's name by the name of Michael Demigowski, and you know what? He appeared.
I did appear. How you
Nice
doing
to
there,
see
Mr.
you.
Dingman? Good to
How
see
are
you.
you, Mr. Positivity?
Yeah, I'm trying each and every day, right?
Yeah.
Challenges aren't problems. Challenges are opportunities to create positive
I've
solutions.
always thought it was an opportunity.
That's right.
No challenges.
We got some nice opportunities coming up here at the start of 2023.
Mike Demigowski was principal of St. Clair Middle. Now you've moved along, you got other responsibilities, and you're at Palms Elementary,
Yeah.
plus a bunch of other stuff.
I love wearing lots of hats. So
Yeah.
I was at St. Clair Middle School for 5 years as the
Were you
principal
5
there.
years?
It was a wonderful experience. Had the opportunity to go back to Palms, so I'm
Yeah.
at Palms Elementary.
Were you there before?
Yeah, I was there before from 2013 to 17. So I'm back there, and I'm also the principal of the Virtual Academy.
I didn't even know we had a virtual game.
Yeah.
The world at Palms, people who go there are so dedicated to that facility. It's just amazing. It's like, this is our school.
Yeah, all the schools in the district do a fantastic job, but it's a nice
unique.
family atmosphere out there
Yeah,
in Palms. So
yeah.
when the opportunity came up, and I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go back to Palms. Let's try something a little new, bridging it and pairing it with the Virtual Academy. So excited to be back out there and doing some good things. So
Okay, what is the virtual academy?
we offer a virtual platform for students K-12 in the district.
Okay.
So we're starting to build that up. It's just a different platform that we're offering students
Okay.
in and outside the district.
And one of the other hats you have had on for a number of years is you were president, now I think you're vice president,
Yep.
of the East China Education Foundation.
Yep. So wearing a lot of hats.
What the heck is that?
Wearing a lot of hats and still like to do all these things. And if it wasn't busy, I'm not doing it, right? So, but yeah, I was chairman the last, 6, 7 years of the foundation. And this year I'm the vice chair. Brad Robbins stepped up to be
Yep.
the chairman. Fantastic leader in his own right. But this Chili Heart event is kind of one that I'm leading. So we're really excited about the Chili Heart event. It's happening on Saturday, February 11th, 2023.
We're a little early, but it's time to get registered.
It's time to get registered. The registration is open. It's all over on Facebook and the internet. And all you got to do is search Chili Heart 5K. We have runners registering already for the event, and it's a wonderful event right here inside of our school district. It actually happens right at St. Clair Middle School.
So, I'm brand new to the community, or I've been under a rock for 12 years. What is East China Education Foundation?
So the foundation is an entity within the St. Clair County Community Foundation. So what our foundation does is we raise money in a couple different events throughout the year, and we take that money and we allow teachers and staff members throughout the district to apply for grants.
Okay.
We go through the grant process, and the ones that get approved for the grants will end up receiving the grants at a board meeting, and they can use that money for supplemental materials or whatever the grant was for. So.
I've noticed over the years that it can be lots of wonderful things that maybe the district doesn't have budget for, but give me a couple of quick examples of things that teachers can get.
Yeah, not necessarily the district budget, because the district does a wonderful job of supplying the staff and the teachers with what we need. But sometimes there's extras,
Yeah.
right? They're called supplementals.
Right.
And that's where the foundation comes in. Not only just the St. Clair Community Foundation, but the East China Educational Foundation. So recently we've given grants away for our new academic interventionists that are in our buildings. They've asked for some new toolkits, either math or ELA. We've actually, what's one of the interesting ones here, we do an outstanding 8th grade social studies curriculum, and it talks about the Civil War at the end. And one of the teachers just received a grant to buy replica Civil War uniforms.
Wonderful.
So things like that, right? Not the curriculum, because the district has a wonderful job of
but this
providing
is an
money for
added,
that. But the added stuff,
yeah.
right? That makes that learning more come alive for the students. So
Yeah.
our foundation does things like that in partnership with the school district.
Okay, okay. So, besides being a 5K run and a 2-mile walk, if I want to support this foundation, how can I do that?
Well,
Write a big check.
Of course you can write a check, right? And we've had people do it. We've had people write checks. You can send it right to the East China office at 1585 Meisner Road. But honestly, sometimes we have people actually sign up for this event and they don't run or walk. They just want to donate. That's totally fine too. So once again, you can sign up to register, and the event has a lot of different options. It's in person at St. Clair Middle School on Saturday, February 11th. We offer a virtual option as well, so run on your own. It's a 5K.
Wow.
It's a 5K run. It's also a 2-mile walk. So a lot of different options. But what's really cool, and you've been there, Paul, at the middle school on that February 11th, is it's a really great community event because now we've made it an event to where everyone gets a medal.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a T-shirt, very similar to what I'm wearing now. But also what everyone gets is the opportunity to try a variety of different chilies that our board members bring to the event. So you'll have 6, 7 different chilies. So if you registered to the event, or if you registered for the event, you can come to St. Clair Middle School that day, try some chilies. It's just a wonderful experience that morning on February 11th.
One of the things that we got to tip our hat to is the City of St. Clair bike path. And they get out there the day before the race and make sure that there's no issues on that bike path. And they've been doing it every year.
They do a wonderful job. And one year, they do it the day before, like you said, for the most part. And one year we actually got snow overnight too. So
and you went out.
I went out. I was shoveling and salting. And then here comes, the city of St. Clair coming with the plow. And they did it about an hour before the race, make sure salt was down for the walkers, runners, joggers. And it's a very safe atmosphere. So
and I noticed over the years too, it's a really family thing.
It is. It is. It's great to see families.
Mom and Dad love to run, but maybe the kids are just getting into it. But everybody goes to this.
Oh, right. And what's nice about it is every child that participates will get that medal. The top 10 kids that finish will get a certificate.
Okay.
But it's a nice family atmosphere because it's not very expensive.
Right.
It's only $15 for a student to participate.
And what else are you going to do the first part of February?
Exactly. What's there to do, right? So why not get out, support this, the foundation, which then will support the school district, right? And it's a great event where you can have a nice family atmosphere. You got some free chili, but only $25 for an adult and $15 for kids. You can't beat it. I've done runs, when I've done a 10K or even my half marathon where it's $80, $100. It's not even anything like that. This is all this money goes right back to basically
stays
kids.
Local.
And it stays local. $15, $25, not too much to ask.
Mike Demogowski is the man's name. He's busy, 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 but not too busy to have you participate in this 5K run. 2-mile walk, and that I've got it all covered. February the 11th, and you can go on their website, either the East China School District website, or do you have a separate website for this?
Yeah, actually, a lot of runners. I'm a runner. We go to runandsignup.com. But honestly, all you have to do is just open up your search engine and type in Chili Heart 5K, and it comes up.
Okay.
The link comes up, and you can register right there.
Very good. Okay. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.